Hey guys, welcome to another Triptychs mod game. I will be recording and hoping that something doesn't horribly break with my recording, as this has been happening lately. This is a 2 vs 2, and we have a new player in our community! Yay! Our community is so small that literally a new player joining us is an event. So everybody say hi to Limon! All I'm thinking is Limon Rest Battle Tank from Warhammer 40k, but that's just because I've done a bunch of 40k lately. So this is Limon! He joined us, just like 2 or 3 days ago, and has been playing games. So they chose their teams this time. He's with Mighty. So he is in the top as Pure Tech Dominion. His ally, Mighty, is Martok Klingons. Going for income first. While Limon is getting a quick yard. In the bottom, this was Foo Fighter, who is General Muriel, Romulans, and Shadow de Grey, who we haven't seen in a bit, who is Halev Romulans. Oh, so double Romulans. Here we see going for Research Institute first, and his dye mining. And I guess, is he going to do Warbirds first? No, he's Halev. Oh, we'll see. But Foo Fighter is going for his Star Yard here, and setting. And let's take a look at this map. What map was this? I'll put it in the video description. So a little bit of a star traffic thing going on here, where everybody's expansion is counterclockwise from their base, which means that Foo Fighter's expansion is kind of exposed to Mighty. And Limon's is kind of exposed to Shadow, unless he goes for one of the center expansions. That'll be interesting. Dominion, obviously, being the only race in this game that's using the new economy, because this is 3.9b, which is like an intermediate stage. So I've updated the economy for Borg, Dominion, and Federation, but not for Klingons and Romulans in this version. So with Romulans and Klingons using the old version, like dilithium is a little bit more valuable for them. So honestly, but for Dominion, like if you go for late game stuff, the tritanium is actually very important. So oh, that's he has one mining station supporting 2 moons. You are not going to get full mining with that kind of distance, though, I'm afraid. Like if the moons are, like if one of the moons was here, it was half this distance apart, you could have a mining station that supports both of them. But that is a long distance. You really need, like in order to make that work, you need like 4 miners per moon. So he's going to get some reduced income from that, I'm afraid. Yeah, so perfect income is 3 miners and a mining station near the moon. And you can, if there's 2 moons, like say, really close to each other, then you can get away with 3 miners on both moons and a mining station in the middle. Any further distance. Okay, yeah, he's actually doesn't have enough try for something he wanted. Oh, no, dude, no. That's too far. Well, like I say, he's only been playing like 3 days. So, you know, when you watch this video in 3 weeks when I uploaded it, you should just know, Limon, you need 1 mining station per moon when they're this far apart, or else 4 miners, and it's going to be cheaper to just have the mining stations. So, Starmaster Prodigy, he was Martok. He's getting mining, which has been scouted by Foo. He's getting field yard with center facility, and going for this other. Oh, this was actually a. Oh, there's extra dilithium moons on this map. And Klingons, old version Klingons, they have a very high dilithium cost in a lot of their stuff. So it's okay for them to get extra dilithium. That won't be the same in the next version. We have Shrike spam coming out from Foo Fighter. That's one thing he likes to run sometimes, just a ton of Shrikes. They'll do a good job at shutting down the early Klingons, but he'll have to raid quite a lot to get enough damage to make up for their price. And here we see Sensor Jammer already going in for Shadow, so he's doing Griffins. And yeah, he's setting out to get his expansion as well. So, and we see S2s coming out from Limon. So, I guess, so the Shrikes are going to counter the S2s. So the Shrikes are going to be pretty dangerous in this setup. However, Shrikes themselves are not a very strong unit. That 14 defense, I mean, Mason Sabers have more defense than that, so it's rough keeping them alive. It's very rough. But with their, oh man, I forget. Are S2s cruisers or destroyers? Okay, they're cruisers. No, they are destroyers, even though they're called escort cruisers. Great. So Shrikes can disable the weapons of destroyers. So the Shrikes will also shut down the weapons of these S2s in addition to dealing 50% bonus damage. So the Shrikes will definitely shut those down if they get into a fight, but we might not see them ever get into a fight because they're so far away on the map. Okay, there is a battle yard that Mighty wanted. He will need a field research before he can build anything out of it. But I guess the main thing he cares about right now is the repair ability of this. So yeah, that one Shrike is going to come, but it won't be able to get any kills. In fact, the Chore will just about scare it off because it has 6 damage, but it does bonus damage to small targets. So Shadow about to get a single Griffin. Griffins are actually very offensive oriented. They have low defense and high offense. So they'll start to suffer when there's more S2s. But in the beginning, the Griffins definitely have an advantage because they have the firepower to kill the S2s. And there's a phaser sentry going up. Actually, let's see. I wonder about what his income is looking like here. So when you're trying to figure out if your setup is optimal, you have to see if there's ever time when a mining beam is not on the moon. And that was no delay there. So he didn't lose any income there. And this one's docking. And okay, so there's a bit of lost income, but actually not that much. Okay, there's lost income, you see. There's no mining there. So yeah, you really would need 4 miners per moon at this point. And like it's better to just have a mining station at each. Let's see, there goes the Shrike. One Shrike is not going to kill a 19 defense miner, I'm afraid. Because the Romulans have that, as they enter combat, they have a higher rate of fire, but after they stop, after they've been in combat for a while, it slows down. So now that you're on the slow rate of fire, you're not going to be able to kill anything. You really needed 2 Shrikes. Like, maybe hitting it as it docked, like if you start shooting it like right here, and then it docks and it can't get out for a while, then you might have a chance to threaten it, but... Now there's a Quebec in the mix, and this is going to threaten the Shrike. Yeah, 1919 to 1714. So yeah, with the 1 Quebec, the Shrike has to run. Even though the the Shrike can disable weapons on the Quebec. Oh, now there's 3. So like, 3 is a tough sell. I don't know if you can threaten this right next to a battle yard. But like 4 is where it starts being dangerous. But I don't know if Mighty is even going to get more. Okay, he's got like 2. Down here, the Griffins are decloaking on the S2s, and there goes a sensor disable, so they actually can't see. Fortunately for Limon, he does have the speed, so Shadow would have needed to start his Griffins like above, like north of the Excelsior or of the S2s to extend the amount of time he could shoot at them. So I'm afraid, yeah, Limon is playing well with his S2s. Yeah, he got them out, he'll get them repaired, and this will actually threaten Shadow. I think Shadow will still be able to cloak out, but he won't be able to do any damage, because he'll have to run away. But the reduced income from this and this, even though, he didn't have to spend as much initial money, he's going to end up with a lower income over time, and that's really going to hurt him. On the right, yep, Mighty has gone for his armory and is going already for Vorcha. Klingons have an interesting tech tree in that they have 3 yards, but also their early game yards only have small ships. So if you have something like Shrikes with pulse weaponry that deal bonus damage to small, then you will have a very rough time as Klingons. So a lot of the time the Klingons want to tech out of their early game stuff as fast as possible. And this, this turns into a meta because a lot of players see they're going against Klingons and they build stuff with pulse weapons to shut down that other stuff. So that's another reason why the Klingons really have to tech out of it, is because the players are counting on it. Looks like that's going to get in, and yeah, there's a weapon disable on one of these, so I'm afraid it wasn't enough. And now you're going to be in danger, yeah, because, so here's the trick. If a subsystem takes a little bit of damage, in this case 8% damage, if it takes that damage, it will normally stay online like this. However, if it gets disabled while it has damage, it will go into the broken state. And so that's why these experimental pulse disruptors that can disable the weapons on destroyers are so dangerous. Because not only will weapon disabling prevent you from cloaking, it will also, if you take any damage, like on your hull, you can get weapon destroyed, and then you won't be able to cloak out like that. And the strikes are obviously faster than you. Yeah, they're the fastest speed in the game, other than scouts. So, okay, down here, Shadow knows that these S2s are coming, and he's been tracking them. He does not have a sensor disabled, though. And he just decloaked, so his cloak is on cooldown. He might lose a ship here. It depends on how aggressive Limon wanted to play it, and Limon does not. He would have lost a ship. Oh, he might still lose a ship. Yeah, he would have lost at least one ship, maybe two, to kill that Griffin, which he's decided is not worth it, although honestly the Griffin is so expensive. And there is a Warbird yard. Are we looking at a Rhesus? No, it's got to be the Derridex, right? We shall see. So Limon retreating again without losing a single ship, which is not easy with S2s. They have pretty low defense. I mean, they have 19 or 18 defense, but for what they do, it's rough. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Starmaster Prodigy doing some raiding, and he's gonna get this kill, but yeah, weapon disable while cooking. It looks like yeah, there's another one. Oh, Foo Fighter isn't doing the best job of chasing, but this is super dangerous for Starmaster. Like, these Quebecs are gonna die. I mean, they might still die, yeah, just with oh, that's nice. This is the one without a cloak detecting, but it has high vision, so you see there's a big vision radius. Yeah, that's gonna die. They might kill that one too. Oh, they might even kill it in the yard. I don't know. So yeah, these strikes have gotten out of hand. I won't say that Foo Fighter is overwhelming his enemy. Yeah, because these strikes can die very fast. That's the thing. In fact, I think they could go for the constructor right now. It's just because he has been building all these super early game strikes, and going against Starmaster Prodigy, who built all these yards. Yeah, you're still under cloak detection, man. He can still kill you. I don't know. I think maybe after these strikes repair, he can come in and he can kill all the Quebecs. They can't get to the yard in time. He can kill all of the miners too. And if he's careful, he won't lose anything because there's only 2 Vorcha shooting at him. So this is about to go way against Foo Fighter. The moment that 3rd Vorcha comes out, it's going to get harder for him. But in the meantime, he definitely has the advantage, and he needs to press that advantage right now. Especially since, Starmaster Prodigy is also... He's got these back here that are not being threatened, and like 2 strikes could go threaten that. Meanwhile, the battle here continues with the S2s coming in. This is going to be rough. Yeah, you got Griffins, you got a Starbase here, and yeah, he is going to take a loss, and he might take another one. No, he won't. This is a very rough map position though, because Limon what he really wants to do is raid this base back here, but it's not that raidable because he has to fly all the way around this home base. He's obviously scouted by the cloakers, so Shadow would be able to very easily intercept him. I think it might still be worth it, though. No, nothing building out of that yard. Yeah, he is getting more income slowly. He's getting turrets and stuff, but yeah, just because his mining stations are so far away from his moons, he's not getting full income. So I think Shadow. Well, Shadow is also not getting a bunch, but he can go for he can go for Nyrexins. Even though Nyrexins take a little bit of bonus extra damage from S2s, they're just so big. And because Limon has the lower income, he's not going to be able to compete. So I think Shadow is very slowly going to get ahead here. But if he takes a bad engagement, like honestly, if Limon were to fly around and like attack this expansion, he'd do pretty well with what he has. Yeah, you can't decloak on that. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, where are the... Oh, there they are. Okay. Foo Fighter has not attacked and may have lost his opportunity to attack. Say there's the third. There's going to be 4 Vorchas soon. There's a third Quebec, which is not good. You don't want to build more Quebecs. I guess it's just because Sarmaster Prodigy has the extra income. He's got Ordnance Depot and Imperial Research. Here come the Shrikes. Yeah, they can kill some miners. They can kill some Quebecs real fast. Yep, look at that. Oh, no, but you have to actually, like, target more carefully. Well, they might still get the kill. No, they pull back. They snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. And they're gonna run. Honestly, you only need to run like 1 or 2. The thing is, the Klingons don't have all that much firepower here. Oh, no, don't. You're gonna get kited into it. Okay, yeah, so, didn't kill anything there. Oh, but he's being chased. The AI is chasing... Okay, Prodigy sees it and turns it around. So yeah, people building up in general. There's an Nyrexin. It has beam torpedo weapon in Triptychs mod. And the research time for multi-purpose weapons is super long. So it'll be a while till they have their other ability. And like I say, they take extra damage from S2s. So the S2s, like... I think if Limon was a little bit more experienced, he's playing the right strategy, and he has good micro. So I think he could win this if he just, you know, was on Shadow's level. The problem is he doesn't have the income because he's been doing this with the miners. Although he does have another mining expansion now, his actual income is still lower. And actually, he's supply blocked, so he needs to buy supply and get some supply mining up. In order to build more, and he needs to be building out of his second yard. So like little things like that. I think if he sticks with us in the community and ends up doing better mining placement and getting used to spending his money, which is a lot harder in Triptychs mod because you get so much more. Yeah, I think he could really compete. This is a very good showing for someone so new. But given that he's made some rather newbie mistakes, once this multi-purpose weapons finishes and he goes against these Nyrexins, yeah, there's going to be 3 Nyrexins. They're going to destroy 7 S2s really fast. Especially if the bottom team combine their forces with the Shrikes, because the Shrikes will rip up these S2s equally fast. However, on the right, Foo Fighter has let Starmaster Prodigy get strong. Prodigy also getting Bortus and then some Negvar. Or did he build Bortus? He got the one? Oh no, he got all 3 Bortus. Is he researching Ironstorm? It's going to be expensive for Tri. Because he has an extra Daimoon, it's not easy for him to finance these Bortus. But he's building Negvars. Negvars versus Nyrexins. Once again, the Nyrexins actually take a little bit of bonus damage from the Negvars because the Negvars are short range and they have tactical weapons arrays. Yeah, he's actually pushing here. This is a bit ballsy. But he does have multi-purpose weapons, so if he pops that. So in Triptychs mod, in this version of Triptychs mod, multi-purpose weapons actually lowers the defense of the Nyrexin when it activates. But it raises the offense. So, he might not even try to fight, he might just pull back. Not having the Griffins here, and not microing this properly, Shadow is getting messed up. Okay, there he goes. He pops the special, and he'll kill them very quickly, but he will die. Because, I don't know, maybe it doesn't actually change the stats. There have been a lot of different versions. I'm sorry, no, in this version it doesn't actually lower your defense. So you can see how those Nyrexins, Yeah, there he is. When the specialists pop, they will kill stuff super fast. So he did get 2 kills. Oh, there's a green nebula there. Interesting. Oh, if he turns around, yeah, he's gonna wreck. So that's a 3rd kill. Yeah, this Nyrexen's gonna kill a lot of stuff. Although it might die despite the green nebula. Oh, it does. Oh, Shadow. So what do we have? Okay, Shrike's going. Everybody's like decided to raid some rear mining. So maybe Shadow lost the Griffins earlier. I think he's been underestimating his opponent. So yeah, Starmaster Project coming in. Do you want to like? Oh yeah, he hasn't researched stuff yet. Did he forget? He forgot he was gonna go. Maybe he's just scouting, right? Oh, Strike's in the mining station. So yeah, Shadow's in bad shape. He is producing Nyrexens out of two yards now, which is very powerful. You can see he's got a ton of extra try. Not allowed to die. Might even want like a... Oh, he does have a weapons upgrade? Yeah. Might even want a shielding upgrade as well. So let's see. 2 Nyrexens? But he's about to have 4 Nyrexens. And their damage output is going to be so high, like... Limon does not have enough. He really doesn't have enough S2s. But he did a really good job of killing Shadow's Nyrexens. And with Shadow not having, with Shadow losing so many expensive battleships, okay, there's his supply depot. Oh, cloak generator. Shadow's in a bad spot, actually. After that was a terrible engagement, and the S2s still counter the Nyrexens. And these Shrikes, I mean, sadly, because he took so long, the Shrikes cannot fight this anymore. Even though they deal bonus damage to the Megvar for being short range, if the Shrikes came back, they could kill all the Quebecs super fast. The thing is, the Shrikes don't escape combat. Like, once they get shot at, they die. Same with the Lavals, because the Lavals don't have auto repair. And those are expensive. Lavals are like 630 die. They are not cheap. Oh, okay, Nyrexen's going for a Vorcha here, but without their special active. Oh, do you have allied repair? Oh no! Oh no! And the Vorcha escapes. Oh, they're getting wrecked. Oh, it doesn't have the special active. Another Nyrexen dies. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. They changed the game to high latency earlier because that helped with lag. So I've been a bit hard on Shadow. All of these guys have their commands on a like 2-second delay. So that's probably what's happening. Is Shadow probably is giving orders and like they're not going through. And yeah. So that's probably why he's losing stuff. Is because he's using a micro intensity in a game with high latency set. Although he's like, you want to target the Quebecs first because they'll die. In fact, all the Quebecs have died. Yeah, wow. It didn't look like it, but Mighty actually lost like 6 Quebecs there. Oh, yeah, careful. Shadow's screaming at his keyboard right now. Oh, the Shrikes go past. Although Martok started just can't kill anything because they cycle them on all nearby targets. So that's not going to do any damage. Did the Nyrexen escape? Oh, it didn't. Oh man, Shadow lost like 5 Nyrexens in that fight. And there's another one going down. He is having a very bad time with this high latency. So, however, Prodigy even got heavy industry and built a Shuvak heavy miner, and it got killed. So, like, Prodigy's in a bad spot. Although his ally has a ton of stuff. Well, a ton of resources. Oh, and a perimeter. Naturally a perimeter. So, I don't know. Prodigy has the army to beat, has the fleet. And he's got 2 Imperial yards that can build Megbars. But his mining's gone. And even though these Shrikes have very little health and they've taken so much Starbase time, I'm curious what they would do to the Megbars if they targeted them, because like I say, they do overuse their but increase damage from short range. Oh, but eventually you're gonna have to pull out of the starbase range, dude. Like, the starbase has been shooting this entire time. Yeah, that's also getting hit by some of that high latency. Foo Fighters having a hard time giving commands to strikes because they keep on going off into signals. You need to run though, dude. Like, okay, there you see when he actually does focus fire in the Negbar starts to go down really fast because he's got that bonus damage. But yeah, he can still cloak. Okay, yeah, there you go. I guess he killed the sensor stations. Yeah, but that guy got weapon hit. Oh, several of them got weapon hit. Yeah, and that's the thing about Shrikes, is when Shrikes go into a fleet battle, you're going to lose Shrikes. Like, every single battle you go into, you will lose some units. Foo Fighter actually, his economy has gotten out of control. Did he have an expansion here that got killed? I think he did. But he's not paying attention to his resources. He needs to buy a supply, get a supply depot, upgrade his starbase, and tech into something other than Shrikes and Lavals with no upgrades. Oh, another one. Oh, it got out of crew. Yeah, they have no shields. You need to send them home to repair. So we have Starmaster Prodigy, who has no income, and yet he does have the tech. And he is, oh yeah, he's rebuilding Shuvex. The icon is missing. I'll fix that in the later version. So, like, yeah, he has 0 income right now. But where is he getting income? Does he have, like, 1 miner? Oh, he has 1 miner. Yeah, and he just bought some more something. Yeah, he's getting miners, though. And he has this fleet that is very nasty. But Foo Fighter, okay, yeah, Foo Fighter has the resources. Yeah, there he's spending them. You'll find when a Romulan starts spending resources, they go really fast. Yeah, Foo Fighter still got the Shrikes. The funny thing is, the Shrikes could win this battle if he had stuck with them. Even though they have those pulses, like, if Foo Fighter had just kept on double building Shrikes instead of switching into Lavals, he would be doing better, because the Shrikes deal bonus damage to short range, which is the Negbars. But the Lavals deal half damage to Vorcha. Well, okay, the Lavals do bonus damage to medium, and the Vorcha take half damage from short, so the Lavals kind of don't do too well against Vorcha. I guess they do extra damage to Negbars, because the Negbars have reduced resistance against short. So the Lavals aren't the worst, but without their specials, they are. Like, you have to have advanced energy wheeling. You have to have their level 3 special active. Oh, my mic got twisted. But yeah, it's funny. If he had gone straight for Shrikes, just because Starmaster Prodigy has been using these late game ships, he couldn't really defend his own mining. Like, the Shrikes could have won. Oh yeah. Hang on, keep looking, getting some ranks. Meanwhile, okay, here we go. So Shadow has not been raided by Limon very much. Ooh. Oh. Starmaster Prodigy didn't have enough income to get Ion Storm. And Ion Storm is expensive. It's like 900 tritanium for that research. So, and Limon doesn't have the try to give him. Well, he could. If Limon just, like, gave his try to Starmaster Prodigy. Okay, yeah, he's going for the turrets. And the turrets will help, obviously, kill miners. I did modify the turrets. Oh, I don't know if I did in this version, but they are modified where they don't shoot at stations, because we discovered that turret dropping an enemy station was overpowered. Let's see though. So yeah, a couple of these S2s took damage. Bombers and even B8s. It's good that he's experimenting, but the funny thing is the S2s were actually really good already, because they deal bonus damage to the starbase. And they deal bonus damage to the directions. So like, and like, I guess the S2s don't do anything good over here. But like, actually the bombers, they do okay damage to like Negbars, but they take increased damage from Negbars. And he has way more die than try currently. Probably just because of all the supply buys he's had to get. And some tech stations. And Shrikes and Lavals. Oh, killing the Ordnance Depot. Oh, and a decombo to the Imperial Yard. So that's going to be no more Negbars, although he has them queued up here. Are you getting advanced energy, really? Okay, he is. that instantly is going to make these ships way more dangerous because it gives them plus 10 offensive defense. So they go from 2018 to 3028 for a limited time when they activate advanced energy rhythm for 20 seconds. It's basically what turns the Lavals into more of a combat ship. And now, yeah, you need to kill that sensor station. You need to kill that sensor station so bad right now. Don't switch off of it because it's detecting your entire fleet. You can't cloak out. Oh no. Oh, he's coming. Oh, no. Oh, you had to kill that. Okay, well, the attack begins. The Romulans are all, their rate of fire bonus is expended. Did you pop your special? Okay, he did. He got an energy reeling. Caused him to change targets off of that Negvar, unfortunately. Yeah, and like the Lavals are another one of those like micro-intensive units. They're really hard to control. Really hard to control if you're on a 2-second delay. Yeah, and now you're shooting the Negvar in the yard. So everybody, for those watching this game, these players are not this stupid. Like, they are being severely hurt by the delay on their moves. But yeah, it's gonna get out. These Shrikes, they're all dead. They're all dead. Because you didn't kill the sensor station, and you didn't run earlier. Honestly, you should have run the moment those ships showed up. Because you got more ships at... Oh, I thought you had more ships at home. No, maybe you don't. But yeah, I mean, if the game didn't have the latency and his micro was really good, he could have, like, picked off, like, 3 Negvars by focus firing them with the Lavals and then just run. But because he can't, it's so hard to give commands, he has lost all of his fleet. Oh, he actually does have Tri. Did he get it from his ally or just... No, I guess he just bought... Oh no, he has Tri mining, that's why. So Starmaster Prodigy is actually going to be able to get his Ion Storm special booster. Oh yeah, there were more Lavals. That's what I thought. Yeah, there's 5 more Lavals over here. And Foo Fighter has like spent his bank on these Lavals. But they're actually they're not the worst choice actually. The Vorcha are good against them, but they counter the Negvars. They have decent stats, and they have a decently high Tri cost, which means that he gets to use his Tri. Yeah, gonna take out these turrets. In Triptychs mod, the turrets do expire after 5 minutes, I think. Maybe it's 10 minutes. So like they will go away eventually, but he has to get them gone so they don't kill his mining. In the left-hand theater, Limon's still really hurting. So like I say, because the Dominion have recently had their economy redone, their Tri costs are pretty high. I mean, they're certainly higher than they were in 3.27. So if you've been playing any base fleet ops, it's going to be a bit of a shock how much Tritanium you need in this version, especially on a map that has extra dilithium, although I don't know if you ever mine from here. Yeah, sensor stations, that is a heavy perimeter. And yeah, just the reduced income has made it really rough on Limon. Honestly, he could keep going with a bunch of S2s and bugs because they do cost a lot of dilithium. I'm actually a little bit surprised, like, what has been consuming all his Tri? Maybe he hasn't had as many Tri miners as die miners. Oh, the Negvars have gone for the attack. Yeah, that starbase is gonna... They deal extra damage to the starbase because they have plus 50% against launch. Although, I don't know, he's gonna get jumped on. Foo Fighter is leaving, but yeah, now he's coming back. This is not good for Starmaster Prodigy. Yeah, this decloak, there's a lot of stuff here. And even though the Direxans take extra damage from Negvars, they have their special and they can just rip through. Oh, that's true. That is true, though. The bottom team have no cloak detect. Oh, got that lucky weapons hit. Oh no! Oh. The Vorcha, I think that probably had like 1, maybe 2 hit points at his lowest. So like the 1 hit point Vorcha gets away. Ouch. The other thing these guys not taking advantage of is command. 1 to Deridex would give a 20% rate of fire bonus to all of these Romulan ships, and 1 Tavara would give a rate of fire bonus to these Direxans. Whereas the Negvars have command, so they give command to the Vorcha. And over here, you need the Catch Yourself White special, which I think you can use. There might be a bug in it in this version. It's so the mechanics are so new, some of them don't work, I'm afraid. But the new Dominion mechanic is the Alpha Ketracell White, which gives you a 30% rate of fire bonus on all your ships for a minute at the expense of energy. Oh, is Foo Fighter lagged out, or is he actually... Why is the game continuing? Oh, no, he's still here. Yeah, those Klingon turrets actually doing damage. Let's see. So the turrets are on the same size as the S2s. The S2s are running, and this B8 might not be fast enough. It's speed 100. The Norexans are at speed 110, and they deal. So that B8's not making it out. But the turrets are gonna slow down these Norexans a bit if he stops to kill them. Oh yeah, they're medium range. And the Norexans have just blown their energy. So yeah, Star Master Prodigy really doing his best to try to screw around with these Vortis. They do cost supplies every time they drop turrets. But the turrets are very nice. And when he brings them in, he can also use Combat Tractor Beam to make sure enemy units can't move. Oh, the S2. And these Norexans getting ranked. Ooh, Veteran Norexan. Now that's a stat increase. That's not like a 50 defense, that's a 93 defense. And it has Dagger Doctrine, which is the super awesome, also triple core. Oh, it doesn't say it. Well, in the lore, it says that triple core is also known as the Dagger Doctrine. And it says when you basically normally when a Romulan ship starts firing, the first shot has 70% shot delay, and then the next one is 80%, and the next one is 90%. So it's like a 30% rate of fire bonus for one shot, and then a 20%, and then a 10%, and then it goes until it's 110%. So like after like 4 or 5 shots, the Romulans actually have minus 10% firepower on all of their ships. But Dagger Doctrine increases it to a 60% bonus. So the first volley has a 40% shot delay, then 50% shot delay, then 60%, then 70%. And then it refreshes after 10 seconds out of combat instead of 15 seconds. So basically, Dagger Doctrine veteran Norexans get like 6 shots for free almost. Like they have like double rate of fire when they open combat for a few seconds. Oh, the starbase getting shot at, and the Romulans are out of position. That is tricky. Yeah, maybe some upgrades would have been good. Because honestly, you only need like the cloaking generator upgrade, and then your starbase can cloak. And then the Klingons wouldn't have had an answer for that. But that is going to die. Now this constructor just became a lot more valuable. Although there are 2, so he can probably escape with 1. Yeah, that's a good job. He's dividing them in opposite directions. But I believe that Star Master Prodigy is going to shut this all down. Oh yeah, he's going to get that kill. And he might get this one too if it can't escape. So the thing is, although Star Master... Oh, there's the upgrade going. Also takes forever, I think, yeah. But, yeah, Star Master Prodigy, even though he lost a lot of stuff, he rebuilt it with Shuvok Heavy Miners, which have, I think, 50% faster mining than normal. They have much faster... Like, that's the Klingon economy upgrade, is the Heavy Miners. And they mine very quickly. Because... it's something in Triptych's mod I've had a very hard time balancing them because they're so expensive to get. If you already have mining up, you have to get the heavy industry upgrade, and then you have to get all these, and then you're replacing your existing miners, so you're turning them into Katingas or decommissioning them or something. So it's expensive, but actually it worked perfectly for him here because Foo Fighter killed all of his mining, and so he's like, oh well, I'll just rebuild them as heavy miners. And as a result, his income is getting pretty high, although he's going to be tri-locked for a while. But Foo Fighter did not rebuild his expansion after he lost it, and now his starbase got killed. Now over here we have a Star Fortress, so this is just the cloak generator upgrade. Does give it the torpedo launcher though, and the ability to cloak the station. So Limon has not gotten the cloak detect ping. So if this starbase cloaks, there's nothing he can really do. Same with these. Now the Singularity transmitters cannot cloak, but everything else can if you're fast enough on the click. But we are in a 2-second high latency game, so it's really hard for Shadow to hit that cloak button in time. Okay, meanwhile, Shadow does have 5 Neurexins. He's really been focusing on them. Now 6 Neurexins, but 5 in position. And what do we have? Okay. Romulans raiding and killing stuff. Oh, but Starmaster Prodigy predicted them and has actually come with his fleet, so Foo Fighter's gonna have to run. I wonder if he knows it. I hope he doesn't stay and fight. You better run. I mean, even though your counters are good. Oh no, he's out of energy. He can't use his special. Okay, yeah. He did cloak. I think he lost 1 Laval. I think he only lost the 1. He might have lost a second though. Okay, he's gonna get out. Now here's an interesting thing about Lavals. Lavals actually need to stay decloaked a lot of the time because they count on recovering energy. I have rebuilding Starbase, although not in the best place. I would have built it up here. So he actually did have the money to rebuild his Starbase because Starbases are so cheap in Triptychs mod, but it's not going to have weapons. Oh no! Neurexins popping their special. That triple core coming out, and yeah, this is going to get killed. There's the difference, like the difference in micro and counters isn't going to help you when you have 5 Neurexins on you versus like 6 or 7 S2s, because these Neurexins are like 900 die each, so that represented about 4 or 5 times as much combat strength on Shadow's side as was on Limon's side. Now over here, oh, I didn't change it. I'm sorry. I do need to change that. It's in the next version, I think, where the attack probes from the Bortus cannot attack stations at all. That's in the next version. Because otherwise we discovered this broken strategy by mistake, where you just drop 6 turrets and you take out an enemy base, and there's nothing they can do. So enjoy it while it's in this version, because it's not in the next version. Starmaster Prodigy, I mean, they didn't do a lot in the beginning, and honestly they kind of disadvantaged him for a while, but Starmaster Prodigy now is getting a lot of work out of these. He hasn't even used Ion Storm yet. He's just dropping the turrets, and yeah, he's decided to decloak Significant Energy. Now these Neurexins, honestly, they could protect this forward yard because they can cycle through, like, they could fly over because the turrets can only attack the closest enemy. They could come and deal a lot of damage, or like they could prevent these turrets from killing the stations, even though the turrets have a ton of defense. Over here! Oh dear! That is a sensor station and a heavy perimeter. That's even, yeah, you're doing bonus. Are you? Oh no, it's actually not long range, so you don't do bonus. I mean, you've got 2 Vet Neurexins, but that's a tanky turret. And 1 Neurexin already died, and like they're all detected, so they can't really escape. I think this one is gonna die. EM Blast actually doesn't do anything to ships in this version of Triptychs mod. It's only against stations. Oh yeah. Engine hit while you're in range of the detect, and you can see, yeah, these guys do incredible things. They need to recover their energy. Because doesn't the other special like give them reduced energy cost? Yeah. So the veteran Neurexin is listed as 75 offense value, but its actual attack strength. Oh, nice! You made it out of range of the perimeter, so now you can drift there. Oh no, you didn't. My bad. I was gonna say the veteran Neurexin. It's listed as 75 offense because that's the strength of its weapons. But between triple core and this one, multi-purpose weapons and full spectrum, its actual damage output is way higher than 75. Like, it's like 150 offense at least. Come on, pop the special. The other thing is, every time you use the special, it resets your weapon rate of fire bonus. So you get double rate of fire for a few seconds every time you enter combat or turn on that special. So the Neurexins are super badass. Oh, but now there's Negvars. And I say the Negvars deal bonus damage to Neurexins. This is not going to go well for Shadow. He's going to lose these Neurexins. So I think the top team have won this game, probably. Foo Fighter is rebuilding. he's killing that mining, but that's not the most important thing to kill right now. Well, actually, I mean, it's not a bad target. But, like, some of Limon's mining you could kill. So what did you do with the experimental yard? I think he was just checking stuff out. Oh, the large yard never got to build anything. Will it decommission successfully for 40% value? Oh, nope. Oh, yeah, sorry. So I missed that. The Negvars decloaked, killed the 2 warbirds, and all the tech. So without the upgrade facility or the Talshar Academy, this is the last Norexan that Shadow can build. Oh, yeah, he's going for the upgrade. That's yeah, he has to get the supply depot before he can get the ultimate. Oh boy. Is he coming home? Yeah, so I didn't realize these were low enough on slots. I guess these are like 8 slots to turn it into a veteran, which means you can just barely have 3 within the 25 limit. So, oh, killing the Warbird Yard, so much damage. Oh, veteran Negvar. And you see, oh, but yeah, it's, So, 3 veteran Norexans, but there's veterans on Prodigy's side too. Oh, they killed the yard around the Norexan. There's a veteran Vorcha with 75 defense taking damage. Oh no. Oh, but you get manual targeting on your veteran. The veteran Vorcha has manual targeting. Oh, but it didn't go off, so it didn't detect it. There's another one. Everybody here is suffering so badly because of the 2-second delay on commands. So Shadow does lose a vet Vorcha. And even though the Star Fortress is shooting... Oh, this guy is just drifting. Oh, he lost the other one. Okay, yeah. There was just too much firepower. Interestingly... Oh, okay, the specials are on the Negvars. You know, I wasn't seeing it, but maybe... I think during that fight, Starmaster Prodigy was using his special attack, which does 300 damage to a target. So, even though it disables your torpedo launchers for a few seconds, it's still super dangerous. And there's an Ion Storm to kill maybe a freighter. Although, over here, yeah, Station's dying, Shuvak's dying, and Starmaster Prodigy is really low on try. But the thing is, Limon's home base has never been raided, and his expansion has never been killed. So even though like I said, he still had the reduced income, and he's been learning a lot about the different ship types, he's built enough to hold Shadow at bay. And now, yeah, Foo Fighter. Oh yeah, Foo Fighter can knock out all this mining, but there's nothing left. And the thing is, they got ranks. Starmaster Prodigy has had so many ships survive with like a sliver of hit point this game. But yeah, there's 2 veteran Negvars. There's the veteran Vorcha, which has manual targeting. So basically, when it's shooting on something, there's a 50%, and that thing cloaks out after being shot at. There's a 50% chance that you keep on seeing it. So like that's a killer. I wonder if... I guess Shadow lost his constructor. Oh yeah, because he doesn't even have a unit to tractor beam that over to the yard. Yep, and that looks like it's going to be GG. So yeah, we saw a lot of back and forth there. We saw the Shrikes and the Lavals actually doing some raiding damage and some work. I think just a little bit of... you have to be really careful with your decision making when you use Shrikes, because you have to know when to commit to a fight and when to run, and you have to choose your targets super carefully. Oh dear. Decrewed Vorcha. You could board the Vorcha. You could take the Vorcha right now. Although, since he can't repair, he can't get the crew back on his ship, so maybe that's not the best. Sorry, but yeah, so we saw Foo Fighter actually did some effective raiding. I think the problem was just he missed his window because Starmaster Prodigy was going for all these late game ships. Foo Fighter, there was like 2 or 3 minutes when he could have won the fight and devastated Starmaster Prodigy, and he didn't go for it during that time. And then later, yeah, ooh, what's a veteran? Huh, 33 defense, not bad. And then like later, the Laval switch wasn't the worst, but once again, like he stayed for a fight that he should have left, and he didn't kill the sensor station that was pinging all of this stuff. And obviously, you know, Shrikes are just... Romulans in general have a really rough time in a high latency game. Oh dear, the Bortus got too close. They probably auto-targeted. Yeah, one of those got killed. So yeah, Foo Fighter. Yeah, the little Negvar. It's gonna take a while to kill that. I don't think he realizes he's shooting at the vet, or maybe he does. What does the vet do? The vet gets advanced cloak, I think. Yeah. It also has a chance to disable cruisers with its weapons. So 2 vet strikes, like if they go against the Vorchas, they have a chance to disable weapons on the Vorchas. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a deep one. Yeah, you see, it's rough because the yard is right here, but the Negvar can't do a lot against these guys. So yeah, Foo Fighter did okay. Another thing is he flew around the Laval's cloaked a lot, which is a terrible idea, I see. Laval's are really tricky because you have to actually decloak them sometimes. Oh, look at that! The station cloaked, but I think... Or did it cloak? No, it didn't! Oh, you can cloak the station! You can cloak the station, even though... Oh, the veteran Vorcha isn't here, he wouldn't detect you. I think Shadow's already given up. The firepower of the Romulan starbase is not very high. Are they? Do you want to board it? Okay, no, he was just waiting. I am going to increase the firepower of the Romulan starbase because one of the weapons, the projectile weapon, is very weak. It doesn't match the offensive value it should have for that. Like, for the offensive value that it has, it should be doing more damage. Oh shoot, did you guys kill the Negvar? So yeah, so Shadow is out, he had no stuff. Limon is building, and I think we're just watching the final things while I comment on the progress of the game. So yeah, Star Master Prodigy got super greedy. Honestly, he deserved to take a lot more damage from Foo Fighter. Like, if Foo Fighter had focused down those Quebecs a bit earlier, they would have died, and then he could have gone and killed all the mining. Like, if Foo Fighter had really ignored the Negvars and gone around and killed stuff, and also gotten the cloaking generator on his starbase, he could have then, Star Master Prodigy could have found himself in a really rough spot. Because competitively, the Bortas, the super early Bortas were expensive, and like Star Master Prodigy shouldn't have gotten away with that. He should have been punished. But Limon, let's see, Limon did really well. Let's see, I'm going to harp on this probably too many times, because obviously if you're watching this video, you've already seen it. You've seen me say it like 4 times already. But yeah, the miners, you need 1 mining station per moon. These are too far apart for you to support them with 1. And so he's actually been getting reduced income this entire game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So like you don't even have... Yeah, your mining off of this moon is like half, or less than half. And your mining off of this moon is like 2/3 to 3/4. So that reduced income, and you know, the Dominion have to get supply mining. I think he's been buying supplies this entire time, which is really rough. Yeah, because it's going to cost so much tritanium. You need to get your supply mining up. Especially like alpha refits are extremely high on supply costs, so if you don't have supply mining, they're super inefficient to build them. But he built S2s, he microed them well, he shut down Shadow several times when Shadow was getting those Nerexans that are countered by these. Like, the answer there is Shadow probably wanted like some generic Spectres to deal bonus damage to the S2s. Yeah, I think that would have been one answer. Because like the Nerexans are very good, but they do take bonus damage from S2s. So he was going to have a rough time with it, and we saw that. But yeah, I think with better placement, which would give him more income, Limon built ships and microed them effectively in combat. Slightly less effectively there. T-15s are actually very good here because they deal bonus damage to strikes and they take reduced damage from Laval's. But there's just too much. There's too many stuff here. And also three of the strikes can disable weapons on cruisers. The chances are very low. It's only like a 5% chance or something. But it's there. Uh, yeah, so the T-15 Alphas, they're good units here, it's just you don't have the economy for them. And there go the Negvars decloaking, and they're going to kill everything. Even Starburst getting in on this. He could build a Starbase. And everything left of the Romulans is a veteran. 50 defense. Yep. And that's amazing, like, for a unit that starts with 14 defense, 33 defense is no joke. Now the only units left are the Cloaked Scout. And these two. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that my voice was recorded well. And, yeah, I will get this on YouTube. This is Terrific signing off.